Hi ho, it's home from work we go. Do 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 do. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. Hey, friendship friends, how are you? I've had fun learning a little bit more about the seven dwarfs. I've watched Snow White before, but I never really took a lot of time to think about these seven little men that love Snow White. And so this week we've been talking about them, and we've talked about Bashful, and we've talked about Doc, and today we're going to talk a bit about Dopey. Just Dopey, the name even just makes us want to sort of grin and laugh a little bit. It's sort of like my favorite Disney character is Goofy. Yuck, 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 yuck. And the name Goofy just makes me smile. And it's not saying he's a fun guy, he's a bit goofy, but I really like him. Just like Dopey. Dopey has this funny name, but he's this very distinctive looking little dwarf. Now he wears a purple hat, which I don't have a purple hat, and he is the one who has that oversized tunic that he wears, which come over his hands, and you can't see his hands, and it drags on the ground, and so it makes him look a little bit goofy or a little bit dopey, I guess we'll say. He's the only dwarf that doesn't have a beard. And did you know that Dopey was bald? That's probably why I like him, because he didn't have any hair up there. And Dopey was probably the most simple of the group, the most childlike of the dwarfs. Always seemed to be a bit more accident prone than the others, and he did not talk. I bet you knew that. Dopey did never say a word. He did not talk. And in one scene, actually, when Snow White is meeting the seven dwarfs for the first time, um, Dopey is introduced to her by Happy, and it goes something like this. Happy says, "This is Dopey. He don't talk none." And Snow White says, "You mean he can't talk?" And Happy says, "He don't know. He never tried." And they all laugh a little bit, but that's true. Dopey just never talked. But all of that is what helped make Dopey a very lovable dwarf, I think. But I wonder if some people would make fun of Dopey. You know that there are people who make fun of others who can't talk or who act differently than others, and people make fun of them. That always has made me sad. And I think it probably makes you sad too when you see somebody being made fun of, or maybe you yourself have been made fun of. It's a sad thing to go through. No one likes to be made fun of. I don't like to be made fun of, and I am sure that you don't like it if someone would make fun of you. There's a verse in the Bible that talks about people who make fun of others. Proverbs 19, verse 29 says, "Those who make fun of others will be judged. Foolish people will be judged." It's a very interesting verse to think about. I surely don't want to be making fun of other people. I want to be somebody who's helpful. Even though Dopey didn't talk, the other dwarfs did take care of him. They talked for him and they helped him out, and he was one of their group, even though he was a bit different. That reminds me of several verses from the New Testament, one being Philippians chapter 2, verse 3, where it says this: "Don't do anything only to get ahead. Don't do it because you're proud. Instead, be free of pride and think of others better than yourselves." When we think of other people in a very good way, we won't make fun of them. That's right. We'll look for the best in them. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 29 says, "Say only what will help to build others up and meet their needs." That's a really good thing for us to practice today and every day, is to say only good things about others and to help build them up and meet their needs. Sometimes it's hard because sometimes we want to make fun of somebody just because we think that it might make us more popular, or it might be the thing to do at the moment. But you know what? It's not worth it because it makes somebody else feel really bad. And I know that we know what it's like to feel bad when people have made fun of us. And so we don't want to do that. We want to be like Dopey and the other six dwarves. They all wanted to help him. And I really appreciate that. And you know what? I have a secret. I think we all have a bit of Dopey in each one of us. That's right. I think we do. And we are glad when others help us. And we are glad when we can help them too. So today, be a Dopey. Have a Dopey day. That means have a good day. And may your day be filled with peace. And may you find the good things of life today. Be blessed.